What You Would Have Made Me, written by blankspacefiller and read for you by Eleanor Elizabeth. Summary. Can you ever forgive someone for something, even if they regret it? Or, Remus confronts Sirius on a cold night after the prank happened. He's not happy. The laugh is what did it, not the hurt in his eyes, not the tense line holding his shoulders in a gaunt stance. It was a shallow laugh that Remus emitted that made Sirius realise just how grand of a fuck-up he'd been. So I think I finally understand you now. That's the good thing that's come out of all of this. I know who you are, Black. Remus's face could have passed for bored until that word. Black. He said it like the word burned him, like it was poison. Sirius could only stand and take it, not a whimper of objection or a fragment of denial. He stood still as Remus took another step towards him, his bandaged hands shoved hastily into his pockets. Did you know that I remember the first time we drank together? I bet you didn't. It was a year and 4 days ago, actually. Yeah, we were sat out in the forest, lips pressed to bottles, and I remember feeling so happy to be with people who saw me for me. Not a monster, not a freak, not some thing that scares children and deserves no rights. Sirius's heartbeat made him nauseous. The thumping in his ears felt louder than being up on his broom. Each passing second further cemented just how royally he'd fucked up. Sirius stared intently at Remus's face, which remained perfectly built, guarded. Okay, how about this then, Sirius? Do you remember the day when I let my guard down around you for the first time? Sirius immediately started nodding, the memory held so fondly in his heart, yet tainted at the thought of being used in this moment. It was the night you all first found out about my little problem. I told you in confidence, and you all respected that. James, from my understanding, still has Evans under the impression that he helps with astrology deck cleaning. Suddenly, Sirius realised in a heart-stopping revelation where this conversation was heading. He silently pleaded Mooney not to go there, anywhere but there. Peter was scared shitless. Remember that? How even in his fear he didn't tell anyone. How even with his fucked out family and loveless parents, he still managed to find a way to understand. To sympathise. Remus's lip curled on the last word, and Sirius prepared for it. The slaughter. But it's funny, because out of all of us, it's always poor Sirius Black people have to accommodate. Sirius with his fucked family, and his brother that's an arsehole, and his mother that's a piece of shit. It's always about making accommodations for him, because he doesn't know any better, isn't it? You poor, defenceless, innocent angel. Aren't you just the greenest saint that ever walked the earth? Remus mocked, his eyes wide in expectancy, and Sirius wasn't sure he could get his lungs to work again. He waited for it. For the moment when Remus yelled at him, screamed. He prepared, his shoulders tense. He'd even prepared for the off chance that Remus would take his anger out, physically. Instead, the worst occurred. Remus sagged, completely deflated, his eyes cast down to his beat-up docks, and Sirius noticed that the laces he bought Remus for his birthday had been replaced with the original black ones. Ouch. Sirius snapped back to see the trembling of Remus's shoulders. He didn't notice that he mirrored the same motion, tears gathering at the duct. When Remus looked up again, he was clouded by the pure emotion in his eyes. He took a shuddering breath before straightening. I went to battle for you. I stood and I took your family berating me. I fell on my sword time and time again to make you comfortable. Tell me, please tell me what I did wrong. Why is it that I gave you my all, gave you insight into every dark patch in me, every hope and dream and more, and still it wasn't enough? I let you see past the goddamn towers I've surrounded myself in, and it still wasn't enough for you to realise just how fucked up my situation is. You think it's tough not having love as a child? Try having your parents lock you in a room while you scream in pain over something you didn't fucking choose. Or maybe try getting bitten by a fucking werewolf on your 5th birthday in fucking David Bowie pyjamas. Sirius, I need you to look me in the eyes right now, because you need to get this into your head. He stopped to take a shuddering breath, and Sirius sobbed. maintaining the vicious eye contact that was clawing at the hope he held of things turning out okay. Nothing you do will ever change what has happened. I will never forgive you for this, no matter how much I want to. You and I will never be the same. No matter how much you grow or change, your actions today will forever taint the memory of who I remember Sirius as. You hurt me more than you will ever understand, and I don't forgive you. Not now, not for a while. He angrily wiped away the tears that fell, and Sirius sprung into action. He strode up to Remus, hands hovering like they didn't know where to be. He instead dropped them to his sides and looked Remus square in the face, taking a breath to cool himself. Remus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking. Snape was talking shit about you, and I just thought that maybe if he saw you, he'd take you seriously. That maybe he'd stop messing with us. I'm so sorry. Fuck, Rem. What can I do? You need space? I'll give it to you. You need me to fucking gouge my own eyes out? I'll do it for you. I'll cut and bleach my hair, or I'll slice my arm open, or I'll... Wow. You still don't fucking get it, do you? Sirius's eyes snapped back up to Remus, and the way his jaw ground almost painfully. Nothing you do right now is going to fix this. Damn it, Sirius! I'm so fucking mad at you! You don't even understand the gravity of what you could have fucking done. Let me break it down for you, okay? Say Snape wasn't rescued. Say he went down there and James hadn't been there. I could have killed him. I could have been responsible for the death of an innocent student, and I would have been sent to jail for murder. More than likely worse. You put me, Snape, James, the rest of the students in this school in danger. What would have happened if I got into the school, huh? Were you thinking about anyone else who could have been hurt, or just your special asset that would help you get ahead of Snape? Sirius, you would have made me into the thing that I fear most. You would have made me a killer. Or even worse, you would have made me turn another student into this. I'd never wish that upon anyone, and you would know that if you respected me in the slightest. Honestly, right now, I see you as nothing more than a malicious, self-absorbed, scheming, psychopathic black, and I'm done with this right now. Don't follow me. I can't look at you. And with the knife firmly settled in Sirius's chest, Remus left the room, and Sirius sagged on the floor as sobs overcame his body. He sobbed for his own actions, and his thoughts, and his mind. Most of all, he sobbed for Remus, for the boy he was mental over. He now saw Sirius as nothing but a member of his family. That's what broke him. But to Remus, Sirius was just another member of that family he'd worked so hard to leave. All his thoughts consumed him, as the ability to breathe left him sprawled on the concrete, his head spinning and his lungs incapacitated. He didn't know what to do. All he knew was that he had to fix it. He had to.